Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
We start with new information on the crash that sent 5 people to the hospital in Lakes Country. The Otter Tail County Jail says the driver is being held on DWI and felony criminal vehicular operation. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jordan Schreier. Authorities say this woman, 21-year-old Michaela Kajansen from West Fargo, didn't yield and pulled out in front of an SUV last night on Highway 59 near Dunvilla and Pelican Rapids. Authorities say alcohol was in her system. The SUV had 5 people inside, including 2 children. All but one person in that vehicle was taken to the Detroit Lakes Hospital, but they should all be okay. Airbags went off in both vehicles. There is no damage estimate available. Police have identified the man who died in a West Fargo crash over the weekend as 38-year-old Johnny Gray of West Fargo. Criminal charges are likely against the driver, 34-year-old Daniel Del Pazzo, also of West Fargo. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says Del Pazzo hit a parked car in the 1400 block of 10th Street Southwest late Saturday night. The impact pushed the vehicles into 2 other cars that were not occupied, but they were badly damaged. The victim was a passenger in the car. Del Pazzo was taken to the hospital, but there's no word on his condition. Taking that live look outside, it seems that we have a day of sun and then right back to it. Gray skies for us here in the valley. For when we can expect maybe to see a little sun, let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Well, some of us have been luckier than others today. If you're out west, you're enjoying the sunshine. If you're right along the Red River and east, that's where you've been stuck under the clouds pretty much all day long, including in Fargo and into Lakes Country. We're still getting some showers there, so not quite done there. So we're starting to clear as this system moves away. However, we do have chances for some thunderstorms, and there's already one cell popping up in the northern part of Towner County. You can see this little storm getting going north of Rock Lake, and that's moving eastward. And we'll see more of that as we head into the afternoon hours today. Again, to the southeast, you could see the clearing line basically right at Tower City on the edge of Cass County and Barnes County. So slowly that's moving eastward and still getting that rain in places like New York Mills, back into Wadena and parts of the Becker County area. You could see the clouds make a big difference for temperatures. We are at 75 in Jamestown, only 65 currently in Fargo. We're hoping to see those temperatures rise, but given that it's taken a little while for these clouds to clear, we might not quite get to 80 in Fargo, but I do think that potential is there for somewhere in the valley, especially up to the north and west. We'll have more on that and what we can expect as far as the potential for a thunder shower or 2 are concerned as well, coming up in just a few minutes.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Lisa. New Minnesota laws targeting marital rape, wage theft, and drugs will go into effect in just a week at the 1st of July. Minnesotans who rape their spouses finally can be charged with sexual assault once the new law goes into effect. The state will also have what sponsors say is the country's toughest wage theft law. It comes down hard on employers who cheat workers by making it a felony, punishable by up to 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. And drug manufacturers and distributors will now have to pay much higher registration fees, which will raise around $21 million annually to help fight the opioid epidemic in Minnesota. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo traveled to Saudi Arabia today in a hastily arranged visit amid mounting tensions between Washington and Tehran, as Iran's Navy chief warned Iranian forces wouldn't hesitate to shoot down more U.S. surveillance drones from the skies. Richard Engel reports from Qatar.
Arriving in Saudi Arabia this morning, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on a mission to build an international alliance against Iran.
Talking with them about how to make sure that we are all strategically aligned and how we can build out a global coalition. A coalition not only throughout the Gulf states, but in Asia and in Europe that understands this challenge as it is prepared to push back against the world's largest state sponsor of terror.
President Trump sending out his top aides to meet with some of Iran's biggest enemies. National Security Advisor John Bolton, who's pushed for regime change in Iran for years, was in Israel over the weekend, meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, perhaps the ultimate Iran hawk.
Neither Iran nor any other hostile actor should mistake U.S. prudence and discretion for weakness. No one has granted them a hunting license in the Middle East.
President Trump pulled back from attacking Iran after it shot down an American surveillance drone. But on Meet the Press this weekend, he offered Iran a carrot and a very big stick.
I'm not looking for war. And if there is, it'll be obliteration like you've never seen before. But I'm not looking to do that. But you can't have a nuclear weapon. You want to talk good?
To force Iran to negotiate, the U.S. says it will hit the country with more economic sanctions today. But it's President Trump's tightened sanctions, imposed even though Iran was abiding by an Obama-era nuclear deal that led Iran to lash out in the first place.
Secretary Pompeo is also visiting the United Arab Emirates, which for years has argued for military strikes against Iran. So it seems the administration is putting together this coalition against Iran leading up to the G20 summit in Japan at the end of the week. In our consumer alert this afternoon, baby formula sold exclusively at Walmart is now under recall. Perrigo Company is voluntarily recalling a single lot of Parents' Choice Advantage infant formula milk-based powder with iron. More than 23,000 containers could potentially contain the presence of metal foreign matter. People should look for the lot code of C26EVFV. That will have a use-by date of February 26, 2021. People are urged to stop using this product and return it to any Walmart for a refund. A famous toy store could be coming back. According to Bloomberg, a former executive at Toys R Us is spearheading an effort to revive the chain. The plans reportedly include opening about half a dozen 10,000 square foot stores, along with an e-commerce site. While the stores would be smaller than the former ones, the locations would also include experience zones with play areas. Lovers of KFC and Cheetos, you're in luck. Starting next month, the fried chicken chain says you can try the KFC's Cheetos sandwich. The sandwich features a crispy fried chicken fillet topped with a special Cheetos sauce, and it sits on a bed of Cheetos. That's only one of the items listed on the new Cheetos lineup at the restaurant. The lineup also includes Cheetos fried KFC hot wings, Cheetos loaded fries, and KFC mac and Cheetos bowl. Coming up,